Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the first unit, that is thermal properties of a material. So the first property is thermal expansion. So what is meant by thermal? Applying a temperature. So when the material is heated, material means the material may be solid, liquid or gaseous material. When the material is heated, what happens? The dimensions of the material increases. When the material is applied to a heat, the dimensions of the material increases. So there is some observed phenomenon due to the application of heat. This observed phenomenon is thermal expansion. The expansion of the material by the application of heat is called as a thermal expansion. So we can measure this thermal expansion using coefficient of thermal expansion. So in your intermediate already we have learned about the coefficient of thermal expansion. What is the coefficient of thermal expansion? The increase in length of the material per 1 degree centigrade temperature rise per unit length. So every material will expand by the application of a temperature. This can be measured with the coefficient of thermal expansion, that is the increase in the length of the material by the increase of the temperature for 1 degree per unit length. So particularly in crystals. So what is meant by crystal? That is, it is a solid form. The regular arrangement of atoms is a crystal. When this crystal is applied to solid material is applied to a temperature, the atoms vibrate about their mean position. So these vibrated atoms will generate phonons. In crystals, the regular arrangement of atoms takes place. When this crystal is subjected to heat, when it is exposed to heat, the atoms will vibrate about their mean position, generating phonons. Phonons are nothing but quantized lattice vibrations. So these vibrations are ideally they are almost harmonic. Harmonic means when the crystal is applied to any temperature, these atoms vibrate and gives rise to phonons. Phonons are also called as quantized lattice vibrations. So these vibrations are harmonic. Harmonic means they vibrate harmonically. That means if it is the mean position of the atom vibrate on both sides equally. This type of vibration is called harmonic vibration. So we can represent the potential energy for such a crystal is Cx square. That is you learned that it is a 1 by 2 kx square. So instead of 1 by 2 k, I am replacing with another constant Cx square. So for a perfectly harmonic crystal, the potential energy is equal to Cx square. So the potential energy varies with that of a square of a distance. That means the interatomic distance of a molecule or a lattice or a crystal. So this equation represents a parabola. So if you draw the graph between x versus u of x at any constant temperature, so if you vibrate the mean position, that means it reaches to original position at x is equal to 0. So if you further increase the temperature, the vibration is more. Even the vibration is more, this average or mean position is fixed. If you further increase the temperature, then there is no change in the mean position. So this type of parabolic path will be represented by the equation u of x is equal to cx square. So this displacement, this is mean position, is replaced by the average path, so which is equivalent to 0. But this is ideally for a harmonic potential, but practically there are some unharmonic terms. So we know that the potential is only cx square, so the remaining terms are gx cube minus fx power 4, and so higher terms will be neglected. So this is the harmonic term, and remaining terms are called enharmonic terms. This enharmonicity arises due to some lattice vacancies or point defects, etc. So ideally all these atoms are arranged at their regular points, lattice points. So due to temperature increase, these positions, some of the atoms may get energy or some of the positions may miss, so that the potential energy is not equivalent to cx square. Rather than that, we will have some extra terms, that is cx square minus gx cube minus fx power 4. So due to these enharmonic terms, the graph will not be like this. It is different. So the graph is, if you draw the graph between u of x as cx square minus gx cube minus fx power 4, the graph will be like this. It is deviated from the parabolic path. Here u of x is only cx square, which is a parabolic path. So due to this enharmonic terms, this mean position, for example, at some temperature T1, the mean position may be this one. At some other temperature, the mean position slightly shifted from this position. So here all the mean points are at the same point, but here the mean points will differ. They will deviate from their original position. This deviation will be observed because of the enharmonic terms. So here the average displacement is equal to 0. Here the average displacement is not equivalent to 0 because of this enharmonic term. So let us calculate what is the average displacement due to this increase in temperature. So this average displacement, according to statistical mechanics, it can be represented as integral minus infinite to plus infinite x e power minus beta u of x dx divided by integral minus infinite to plus infinite e power minus beta of u of x into dx, where u of x is the potential energy and beta is kT, that is Boltzmann constant multiplied by temperature. So the average displacement is 0 for ideal harmonic potential. The average potential is not equal to 0, which can be calculated from this equation. So let us solve this equation by substituting u of x. What is u of x? Cx square minus gx cube minus fx power 4. Beta is equal to kT. So the average displacement is equal to integral minus infinite to plus infinite x e power minus beta of u of x is cx square minus gx cube minus fx power 4 of dx divided by integral minus infinite to plus infinite e power minus beta of cx square minus gx cube minus fx power 4 of dx. Then this can be expanded as integral minus infinite to plus infinite x e power minus beta cx square e power minus into minus plus beta of gx cube plus beta fx power 4 into dx, multiplied by dx, divided by integral minus infinite to plus infinite e power minus beta cx square into dx. Here, since these x power terms are in denominators, I am neglecting the remaining term. So which is equivalent to minus infinite to plus infinite x e power minus beta cx square. This total term, let us assume it as e power x. So what is e power x? 1 plus x square. So that is 1 plus beta g, this total term is x, plus beta f x power 4 plus beta gx cube plus beta f x power 4 whole square and so on. I am